Dave Portnoy, the famous owner of Barstool Sports, who is Jewish, was doing a pizza review in Toronto, Canada, when this happened.
Place is very cool on the inside. We got Frankie Lazzani's whole story, which almost seemed borderline not believable. See, there we go. So here we go. One bite, everybody knows the rules. We won't let that get into what is that Toronto hospitality there?
That's terrible. Terrible. There's old school and then there's no school.
There's no school.
My friend, can we talk for a minute? I think this is our canary in the coal mine moment. Not because this is the most serious anti-Semitic attack that's happened recently, but because no one's taking it seriously. It's not that big of a deal. We have normalized this. And this comes, just days after 2 Israeli embassy workers were gunned down in Washington, D.C. for the crime of being Jewish, when people in Boulder, Colorado were set on fire for the crime of being Jewish. It's normal now. Whatever. Here's the thing. This happened to an American in Canada. This has nothing to do with Israel. I think an example would be, let's go back to, say, the 90s and imagine an influential Jewish person was on the street filming something like Steven Spielberg or Jerry Seinfeld, and this happened. This would be so condemned, so out of the ordinary, so absurd and ridiculous. People would be like, oh my gosh, can you imagine that someone had the audacity? And yet in this clip, people were laughing. It's, they kind of not indirectly sort of deserve it. This was Friday on Shabbat in Paris, and 2 synagogues and a Holocaust memorial in Paris were vandalized. Did you hear this story? And even if you did, would you really care? I mean, it's kind of normal, right? Like, a synagogue in Paris was vandalized. Who cares? As someone who has spent a lot of my adult life studying the Holocaust, I thought this would never happen in the West. And man, was I naive. I think it's incumbent upon us to realize the warning signs. I'm not Jewish, but I do follow a Jewish rabbi named Yeshua who was born in Judea. And as a follower of him, it's incumbent upon me to speak out on behalf of the Jewish people. I don't know what to do with this information other than to say that not on my watch, never again means something to me and my family. And if you have Jewish friends, I've asked several of them in Colorado, in Australia to come on, and like, what, I'm kind of scared. I have friends, Jewish friends, they're like, we're beefing up the security at our Jewish day schools. I don't really feel comfortable showing my Jewishness. This isn't in Sweden or in Syria. This is in the United States of America. Let's not normalize this. Let's condemn this in the most emphatic terms. Let's not get desensitized to the fact that our Jewish friends and neighbors are scared. And this, as a Gentile follower of Yeshua, not on my watch. Not on my watch.